Alright everybody, we're back and I've completed the unicorn last time and now it's time for me to do the, can you see that? Weapons. Yes, I'm going to do the weapons. All these ones, hopefully I can get it done in one session in an hour. And for these, of course, we're using like new runners. Like here's the V runner. And I got it zoomed in so you're going to see this other runner. This is the bazooka runner, I call it. Look at all that stuff there. These pieces are huge. Look at that. These pieces are huge. So here we go. We'll just take it from the top. The first thing we're doing is called the Beam Magnum. And for these I need a couple of my S runners, which I have over here somewhere. Where did I put those things? Right over, tucked away over here underneath this stuff. All right. The last piece on the S runner, I put this aside and almost lost it, but I need these. So we'll take these out, S24, and on the other S runner, S24. So we need both of these. And there's no indication of any enter gates. And I might need to speed up the build here, and I might not be so clean on the weapons. We'll see how it goes. I want to do a good job, but we're running out of time. There we go. The two S24s. And then we're getting that V runner. I gotta need V19, V10, and V18. So V18 is right here. And there are under gates on these parts, it says. So that will go there. And V9 and V10. Interestingly enough, this is the handle of the kit, or the handle of the Beam Magnum. But the handle actually, because this is a PG and it's so big, comes as two parts, right? So let me clean this up as best I can. You can see I got a band-aid back on. That's not because of me cutting myself with my knife in my haste to make a unicorn. It's actually me cutting myself on a Gundam box in my haste to pack up a bunch of Gundam boxes. So Gundam's got it in for me. Like, why Gundam? I do so much for you. Why you hate me? Alright, putting this together like so, and it's going to click onto here this way. Snap, that's the loudest snap I've heard. Okay, and I need V5, which is going to be V4, V5, the smaller one. No under gates on this one. V5. So on these things, they're just going to be the same. Like lay them out like that. On this side, I'm putting the handle. Where does it go in here? On this way. And on this way, I'm putting something that's not a handle, but could probably be used as a mount. All right, like that. Okay, now let's take a V11 and V12. And V20 and V4, I'm going to need those ones. So. Those aside. Look for the under gates. It says there's one down the bottom there. It's really small. And this one's bigger. Clean off this one gate down here, I think. That's better. So taking V12, which is this one, I meant to, with this thing pushed together, I am meant to lay it in like so. And it can slide a little bit. You're going to get this much motion on this here. So probably you open it up. I imagine you put in the ammo. All right, let's close this up. Like that. Nice, there's an under gate on V4. Let's make sure that's off. Right there. I need to change blades soon. I think I've done a whole PG on one blade. That wasn't necessary. So sliding this onto the bottom. And then this piece, like this, slides into here. Snap, a little bit of a snap in there. Okay. Now V, 13, 14, 15. All lined up right here. Imagine that. Thirteen, 14, 15. Let's check for gate marks. Under gates, there they are. Huh. Oddly placed under gate. This one has none at all. So let's make sure we get this in the right spot, like this. And then this part, there's of course this pattern here, this gap, and this protrusions, which will fill that gap. There you go. That goes onto here. Yep. Man, this is long. And V8. I think I'll have a V8. Only half the audience gets that joke. Okay. Dropping this on. Definitely looking like some kind of gun. Almost big enough for me to hold, realistically. V19. And WA13, which is going to be a clear part, no doubt. Here's back to the WA runner. Remember the shield runner? This is WA13. And it will take a sticker, of course. This is one I can't avoid. Have to use the sticker on this one. So, before I get the stickers, let's clean up my gate marks. Ooh, that one's nasty. That is a nasty, nasty gate mark. Not bad. Cleaned up okay. Okay, so I'll put that there and on my stickers. Number 5. There you go. Now this is meant to go on. Strange shape here. It's not, it narrows but widens in a different area, so at first it's kind of hard to see how that sticker goes on. Sorry, there it is. I had to work close to my face with that sticker here. But what I can do is stick it on here like that, and you can see the sticker there, and then this will slide on. Like that. Click. Slides back in there, and you can see the sticker in there. Okay, now I gotta make what I'm going to assume is, is the handle, and I'm probably right. So hold on. I need these two pieces here. I need something from the P runner, which we haven't seen in a long time. This little piece here, why it's molded on as part of the P runner, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it's the same color, so it's not like there's a color difference or anything like we have seen on some weapons. Undergate. And there's an undergate here, it's a really tiny one. Don't miss them. Okay, so with these, what I'm supposed to do is lay this in. Make sure I put it on the right spot. It's supposed to go here and here. Yeah, one goes right there. And one goes at the top right here. Looks kind of odd because it doesn't quite match that pattern when you close this up. It looks staggered, right? That's not so bad. P6 is the handle, and this is the last part of the P runner. So this will go away and join the majority of the runners from this kit now in the used up pile. And then V7, which means I should get V6 as well. Okay, gate marks. So taking these parts, oh, I'm gonna need V21 as well. Might as well get that tiny thing. Relatively small, I guess, compared to the rest of the pieces I'm using in this section. So, taking these, first step is to insert this handle, or this will probably be the, it hides in here, but probably like be the adapter you can plug into the backpack. So the rifle will mount there when not in use, of course. And then I can take the handle part I just made and put it on here. And it's even more staggered with these parts in here. That's kind of cool. Now I'm going to take this part here. It's just supposed to sit in here for now. It will move, it's for some purpose, but I'm not sure what it will be. I guess probably lock in the ammo. And now I'll close this up. That looks kind of cool. I've got these two parts now. Turning the page. So with this, I get to slide these in here like so. Right, make sure it goes all the way in. Click. And then one more part from the V-Runner V3. This, just going to cover it along the top here. Click it. That looks pretty, how would you say? It looks how it should look, right? Well, I'm not quite done yet. I've got these two W runners. And I've got to make 5 of these things. They give you extra, but I'm supposed to make 5 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Here we go. Let's start the process. Now, there are no undergates on these two W runners, but it's just the ammo, so the gates are actually quite small. That was easy. Okay, so taking these, I'm supposed to take this part and just slide this on, I guess. Make sure it's lined up. Got some grooves that need to go in the right spot. It says to do it ×2. Well, I don't know if I need the extra ammo packs right now. Like so. And with this, I'm going to stack them up like this. And then I take the last couple pieces off of the V-Runner here. Actually, I just need these two. Just 2 is good enough for me right now. And of course undergates on these things. This thing is undergated to the extreme. Plugging that in, mounting that on the bottom, good chunk. Now let's see here. Give you a better shot. This pulls out, of course. I'm going to pop this up for now. But this sits in here, and then you're going to have to close it. Where's the proper lineup? That's it. I'm going to close it, and I'll push this down. Clink. It just kind of rests on there. You probably don't really need to move it as you're pushing this in, but there it is. So here is the beam magnum. That's monstrous. Look at the size of that thing. I'll put that on the back of the unicorn soon enough. But following that, I need to work on the hyper bazooka, which is, like I said, this big runner. So first of all, let me get all these parts here. All right, bazooka starts with these parts here, and you have this little line here and a tab here. You got to make sure this tab is up, okay? So when you plug this in here, this one I think is okay either way. So I'm checking to see if there's any gate marks that I don't want people to see, which side is cleaner kind of thing. We'll go this way. This goes on here like so, and then you have these pieces that will then clip on. Kind of secure this in here. This won't move. Let's put this around here. Make sure that you have this going up though. Like it'll really help you in the next step, because you have this part, and you have the handle. I'll put the handle on first. You know, it's two pieces, just like the beam magnum. I can flip it that way. It lies in there, right? But this part, I need to slide from this side. I need to slide this part in. So I'm going to slide it in, and it looks like these parts, right? Well, I got to put this little cover on it, and I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to put on the end here, just like this. I kind of like it like that, but it looks like this. Okay, so with that done, the barrel, that big monstrous thing, I now have to worry about these pieces. Well, this one has this little handle in here, like the beam magnum. You can flip this out. It will mount onto the backpack. This has to go in like so. And let me see here. I need to have this tab up, right? So we're going to put this in here like this. And you can see it will slide. That's kind of how it's supposed to go, but I need to kind of hold it here, so I'm resting it on my hand here. Let's put this in. Let's close it up. Good. Okay. Looks nice. Oop, there you go. Look at that. That's so long, she said. Okay, let's not get too crazy, kids. I'm gonna get the one sensor or sight part we all know is coming, and I got a marking for that. Big fat number 8 it says, and there's actually 2 of them for some reason. So let's put this on here for now. Works for me. I'll cut off the rest of the parts I need to finish off the main part of the bazooka, or one part of the bazooka anyway. We know we have the ammo or whatever, right? So we need these, and we need the handles. Here are the handles. Okay, so any undergates? Yep. Is that an undergate? Yes, it is. This one has one as well. It's tucked away back here. So with this monster thing, I'm going to put this on here. Then I will cover it up with this piece, although I should probably check for undergates. I'm pretty sure I haven't done that yet. That's a big gate right there, eh? Gundam marker cover this up, no problem. Let's put this on here. Snap, 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 snap. Alright. And this thing has to slide onto here, so there's a tab that's going to go into here and it pegs, so it should be fairly easy to line up, right? Here we go. looking very much like the Hyper Bazooka. A couple more pieces need to come now. Seven and 8. So this is 8 right here. Oh, WC7. 18. That's a small small gate, wasn't it? If it just fell off like that. These two are small, which is good. This is kind of big. Okay, let's take that. First things first, we're going to slide this up underneath. Looks like it's lining up properly. It's just a matter of get that groove in. Wait for Sid to get his groove on here. Yeah. There you go. It's plastic. I mean, these pieces are big, but with this new plastic, still can feel kind of fragile. So be careful, everybody. Sliding this in. There it is. You can go all the way to this part or open up. Well, to put the ammo in, we need to open it up. Let me move this to the side. Let's get all the ammo parts here. Oh. This will be the container. The last part's on this runner. There we go. So I know I do have some gate marks, I think, on this part. I'll get those out of the way. Those two, that's it. So taking this, like so. First one, it says I have to put in this part. Now this is the same color. If you wanted to paint it, you could paint it before you drop it in here. And there are guides in there. You just kind of slide it in. There it is. And then this part will go on as this step number 2. Click, it clicks in there. I guess there's a little spot here where the tabs kind of click into. If you were to remove that, you'd have to kind of push that in there. So we'll skip doing that. I have no plans on doing that, right? And then this slides on from the top. And there is my ammo container. So just open this up, clip it in. Oh, it actually stays really, really well. There's something inside here that's kind of holding it. So this doesn't need to kind of be pushed in all the way. It's really solid. Nice, okay. There you go. There is the Hyper Bazooka. It's big. It's big. Pretty cool, eh? I'll make it short again. Okay, next up, we have the Gatling guns. It says the beam Gatling ×2, which are this runner and that runner. I'm making 2 of these. For the purpose of this, I probably just will make 1. So number 2. D6. If they're anything like the Gatlings that came for the Unicorn as this kind of special set with the manga, which I managed to pick up here in Japan, I kind of know what to do with them, but we'll find out. So again, the handle is 2 parts, just like on the Beam Magnum and Hyper Bazooka. So I'm cutting out the parts kind of in advance here, hoping to be able to move a little quickly. Okay, let's look at what I got. these parts here. This part will sit like this. This part is supposed to go on from the top. Now, there's spaces in there. I guess these are supposed to kind of line up somehow in here. In the hollows, I guess. Yeah, there's these hollows. There's some resistance there, but snap, it goes in. And then this part is supposed to be like this edge to the front, and it's supposed to slide in here. So this is kind of different than what I'm used to seeing, so already it's new to me. Cool. Okay, let's clear out these gate marks on the handle here. 1, 2. 2 down here. And with this handle, I have to close it in here. Okay, there we go. Now take 15. Okay. Slide the handle part into this groove here. You can see it will move quite a bit. I'm going to put it kind of all the way to the back, I think, which is what it says in the manual. Okumare. All the way back. Now I'll plug this in. Oh, gate mark alert. Under gate alert. Don't leave those. Don't leave those. There you are. There's snip, click. There's the handle for that. Let me turn the page here. Next up, 14, 14, 14, 14. These happen to be these things. So, 2, 3, 4. Let's make sure there's nothing in here. No under gates that I can see. Looks good. So you're supposed to just kind of put, they're all the same, 14, 14, so you're supposed to just put them together. Nice. Something in there actually just does this tiny little click. Was it this piece here? This tiny little, well, I'll turn it around, hopefully you guys can see here. This little edge here just kind of goes click. I'm working from the back though, so click. And then this one here. There you go. Wow, really solid. If you've built the MG ones, these are all single pieces, and you kind of have to put them on this base part here, and they wiggle all around as you're trying to continue. And it's a bit of a pain in the butt, but not so with this one. So let's continue on. We'll get the barrels of the Gatlings here. No undergates on these barrels. Might have to do some cleanup there, but there are undergates on this part right here. So taking this, slide that on, and then take the barrels and snap. There you go. WD-16. It's the sight, I think, and I need one of these things, these very small parts here. They're concave, like that, and I need to put a sticker on there, which is actually, let me get the number correct here, number 9, which is pink. I gotta put pink one on there, and they have the little kind of cuts, pre-cut there, so they're supposed to bend around this thing. This is one thing I would definitely paint, because I don't like the way that those kind of stickers kind of look pre-cut, but you can't really do much about it, and it's really hard to line them up, but I'm not going to be too picky here. Slide that in there. Now I got 2 Gatlings, but they gave me 6 6 stickers. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to anybody? Slide this on all the way. It can move. And then we'll get the other parts out here. So this one's actually, this little segment is 3 parts, whereas on the MG it was 1. 1, 2, and a 3rd piece. So this actually slides into here. Makes it look like there's a grip in there. And then this part drops on. This is probably something that could break, so be careful when you're sliding that on. And then of course it goes on underneath here. We'll hold that on and also be able to move depending on how you want your unicorn to hold things. So getting the last couple parts here. There are undergates on one of these. Yep, this one. Okay, put these together. Slide it on like so, but actually it looks like it's supposed to go on here. So first, so we go put on here, click, snap, and then this way. Move that down. Here's the Gatlings. Not too bad, not too bad. If you're building the second Gatling, this section will be reversed and pointing out that way. But I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to actually move on to the shield now, which is like, yay! And of course, monster big white armor parts. First thing I need to do is take the just mentioned white parts with undergates. Here we go. And this part as well. Let me get all my undergates off of here. Okay, this will fill in the hollow at the back here. Kind of interesting, actually. Oh. Just an undergate tucked away back there where nobody can see. Let me kind of pop this part out if I can. Okay. You sneaky guy. Actually, I popped it out because I thought, first of all, I have to take this thing off. Duh. Thought maybe something was supposed to slide up underneath there, but it's definitely not this part. This part goes to the front like so. Little gap in this edge here. I wonder why that is. Okay. Okay. Good, good, good. Now I'll fill that hollow with this piece. Like that. Putting this to the side, I get these 2 funky pieces here. So number 4, pin. This is number 4, and this is number 1. I think on the master grade they were all the same, but these ones are molded slightly differently in here. So you can see I'm supposed to cut out the center of these. That could be complicated. Definitely need to make sure I didn't screw up something, right? Okay, one right here. And again on this one, so I guess I'll take off the edges here. This, I guess, is supposed to help you determine one from the other. That one worked out really well. Let me move my debris here. So this goes this way. This part in, I suppose. Yep. And this part goes. Like, I'm missing something here. Sorry, I'm on drugs here. I'm trying to get ahead of myself here. I need this part. Did I mention it's like the third day in a row I've been doing this? Okay, no undergates on these guys. This one looks like so, pointed this way, and drop this in with little tabs here. It should sit in there no problem. But nice and solid actually. This one needs to go a little more. Why you know go in. There we go. Nice, and this one like so with this piece, so. Nice. Doesn't matter kind of which way you lay it in there, it should go in, so. There you got both of these. And now, you just like what you know in the mastery kind of thing, we're gonna take this one, put it in. I'll see from this side so I don't make it. Oh, look at that. Look at that plastic in the way. My goodness. Yeah, must have this stuff cleaned up before you try to slide it in there. Hopefully that fixed it. Like so, right? Wow, still in there. I'm worried I'm going to take off part of my finger, but you gotta be aggressive. There it is. It can move just this much. The stopper's in there, so it will open up this much, and that's all. Won't go much past that. Okay, so this one will go in here like so. There it is. I will close it up for now. You can see the back. It's closed up in there. So you need a part to kind of hold things on there and onto which to mount your other pieces. So take that. Undergates all around on these things. This goes on here and we'll hold everything in place. It has to line up though. There's a little groove that has to line up. There it is. And open. It says to open. We'll open them. Clean off my undergates on these ones. Very large. Now this one, like this, is supposed to be on the bottom of the shield. Look at the size of this piece. That runner didn't last very long, did it? Oops. Didn't want that. Okay. That's what I wanted. Okay, so taking this and this, I'm supposed to mount this onto the back here. So let's make sure it's lined up properly. Push it on. Push it on. And it's on now. This is supposed to click into here, which will require some pressure. So let's work kind of down here away from this right now. see the groove there. Okay, there we go. It's a monster thing, look at that. Look at that. I'm going to tuck it in because I prefer that streamlined look. I think that's cool. But we're not done yet, of course. This has got to mount somehow onto the unicorn. So with those, I'm going to take the last few parts off of here. I need the 15. And I need, this is kind of cool. I need number 6. And that goes with number 11, which is this part down here. And I need the number 11 again, but flipped the other way, to go with number 7. Okay, so let's take these. This is like, sorry, this one. This goes on like this. Little bit of a little lip there, so there will be resistance, and then you'll get it on and it won't come out. So keep that in mind. You have to push a little bit. So I've got this, and the same over here. I take this way and push up into here. Snap, there it goes. Got a nub to clean up. Yum 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 yum. My knife has seen better days, man. Okay. Now with these, onto this, I'm going to plug this thing like this, and follow that up by plugging this one on like this. Hold on. Like this. So you have these two arms here, right, that will lock in together. Now what I do with this part is I take WA10, there's 2 of these, but I only need 1, it looks like, and snap it onto here for both of them, and then drop it on the back from this side. All right, I've got them done. Check it out. You know, I've got the V Magnum. I've got 2 Gatlings. I've got the Hyper Bazooka, which, sorry, opens and closes. I even made the extra pack. I got the shield here. There's just too much stuff to kind of put in here. A couple things I want to mention. We all know that, I'll move this aside, We all know that the Gatlings can mount together like this, right? And, you know, how do you get them to hold, how does he hold on his arms? Well, what you can do is kind of tuck in this handle, like so. So it comes out, but then it goes in and goes down. And what you do actually is you take this clip off, and these 2 arms that I talked about, you take one arm off and you mount it here on the back of the Gatling gun. You mount the other one the opposite way on the back of this Gatling gun, and then you plug it into the arm of the unicorn. It's really cool. But what I wanted to show you actually is I wanted to bring out the base again and kind of show you kind of how everything mounts on the base. So this is the base. Now the shield, it has its spot. It looks like it's right here. All the gaps are the same shape here. So I guess, you know, you could put the shield wherever you want. I mean, if I want to, I can put it right here, right? The Gatling guns, they do mount here, like so. Like there is this hollow here and a space here, so I can mount my Gatling guns kind of, I guess, kind of wherever I want here, along here. But you can see right here these 2 dips. That's probably best to just kind of hold it like that, and I can then mount my Hyper Bazooka. These 2 holes are the same, but they're the right shape, right? So I can mount that there like so, and I can mount this here to the back, like, oh, where am I? This corner, oh, this corner, like that. everything kind of drops in there. Like, okay, maybe I don't like this. Maybe I want it to be a little more symmetrical. I can drop it in there. Let me pull the camera back just enough to kind of give everybody an idea here what it looks like. Okay, so here's a stand, all the weapons on it. Very cool, very cool. And you can drop your unicorn onto the top of it. Drop your unicorn onto the top here, just behind the backpack, and just have everything standing up. And you can have them posed if you like, and if you have the LEDs, the wire runs to the back into the back of the kit, you know, like we talked about at the very beginning when we were building this base. But there you go. Let me just put this forward like so. There's the base. And don't forget, I do have the unicorn. I'm going to stand him just a little bit forward here. And I won't bother to mount him. He doesn't need to mount. But here you go, guys. There you go. That's Max. So, enjoy our PG Unicorn coverage. That wraps it up. And we'll be back. We'll talk about this thing when we start transforming into destroy mode and when we get an LED set.